Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 15th day of November. And here we go. Today's halacha, first of all, a reminder that you're in Rosh Chodesh now. Rosh Chodesh, the first day of the month of Kislev. It began on Wednesday night, and it continues through all day on Thursday. Make all of your usual Rosh Chodesh additions into your davening. I wanted to take a moment to explain to you the unusual way we read the Torah on Rosh Chodesh. First of all, there are supposed to be 4 aliyahs. That's the set rule for all days that have a musaf on them but aren't Yom Tov, like Rosh Chodesh and Chol HaMoed. Those days get 4 aliyahs, and so you will see 4 aliyahs on Rosh Chodesh. However, the Torah reading, if you've ever watched it closely, is a little bit interesting. The first aliyah is 3 psukim, and then the next aliyah goes back 1 pasuk, repeats 1 sentence, and then continues. Then it stops, and then there's a 3rd aliyah, and then there's a 4th aliyah. So what's up with that? We don't often do that. Why is it that at the Rosh Chodesh Torah reading, we read a few sentences, then we go back and read over the last one, and then do that for the 2nd aliyah, and then have a regular 3rd and a regular 4th? The short answer to it is this. Whenever we finish a Torah aliyah, we always like to make it at somewhere that's a very sensible stopping point. If there's one of those white spaces coming up, which is kind of like the end of a paragraph, we never like to stop within 1 or 2 sentences of the end of a... In other words, not 2 sentences before a white space, because then it gives the impression that the next aliyah is only going to be 2 sentences. And that's incorrect. The minimum size of any aliyah when you're called to the Torah is at least 3 sentences. So therefore, we don't want to ever stop within 2 sentences of a paragraph. Also, we never want to stop within 2 sentences after a paragraph had begun, because that gives the impression that the Torah reading that had just been read was 2 sentences. Okay, with that in mind, if you look at the sentences that are set up for the Rosh Chodesh reading, they lay out a little bit awkward, such that wherever we would stop, we would end up stopping somewhere that would make us be 2 sentences or less to the end of a paragraph. And we always have to have Torah reading and 3 sentences or more. 3 sentences or more before or after a paragraph beginning or end. Therefore, on Rosh Chodesh, to keep a long story short, the only way to make this all work is to have the first aliyah go for 3 sentences, then go back and read back for 3 sentences, and then go back 1 sentence and end up reading a full 3 sentences, and then we never end up giving the impression that any of the aliyahs were less than 3 sentences. I hope that didn't sound too complicated, but basically, it is this in short: we have to repeat 1 pasuk on the Rosh Chodesh leaning Torah reading, otherwise it would get all messed up and some of the aliyahs would end too close to the end of a paragraph or the beginning of a paragraph. So repeating 1 sentence was the only fix available for the Rosh Chodesh reading. Thanks for following that complicated thing. Log on again tomorrow for more, and have yourself a great Chodesh. Bye-bye.